Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Just a tiny snort of the booger sugar is enough to give your body a jolt like no other. You feel unstoppable, but use it too much and you'll come crashing down hard. Today's game can be best described as cyber cocaine. Vanquish, a 2010 third-person shooter, is a fast-paced experience that makes other shooters look like slowpokes. Where games like Gears of War have you playing as a lumbering space marine, Vanquish puts you in the shoes of the ARS, a suit of armor that, like cocaine, boosts your senses for short periods of time.
Ludicrous speed! Go!
Vanquish was the brainchild of PlatinumGames, more specifically, Shinji Mikami. 5 years prior, Mikami directed Resident Evil 4, whose third-person combat laid the groundwork for modern third-person shooters. By the time Vanquish released, the market was crowded with third-person shooters. It didn't matter if the protagonist was a treasure hunter or a military man. If you saw pillars or chest-high walls, that was your cue to hug up and shoot up. Mikami decided the genre needed a sniff of Florida snow, which is how we got PlatinumGames' coked-up shooter,
Vanquish.
Evil robots led by Victor Zaitsev have hijacked the Providence, a massive space station built by the United States. Using the ship's microwave emitter, Zaitsev fries San Francisco and threatens to do the same to New York unless his demands are met. Sam Gideon, a former football player turned DARPA agent, is sent in with a coalition of Marines to take back the Providence from Zaitsev and his robot army.
Come on, you apes! I want to live forever!
Vanquish's story is one note, but its sense of humor and crazy action give life to what is otherwise a generic plot. Sam Gideon is a guy who gets the job done, but does it with a wink and a smile. His cockiness puts him at odds with the Marines' commander, Robert Burns. Burns is a grizzled veteran who doesn't take crap from hotshots like Sam, which leads to a mutual if tense camaraderie.
No, we're going by air!
I think I'll take the monorail.
You and your goddamn rights.
The one-liners are plentiful, but its themes are surface level. It tries to say something about American geopolitics, what with the plot twist where the United States screws over Russia for economic power, but it's buried beneath the mayhem. The ending itself is underwhelming. Spoilers for a 15-year-old game, but the final boss is a pair of robot duplicates remote-controlled by Zaitsev. He's in the comfort of his spaceship, and any promise of a real finale is swept away by the game's cliffhanger, one that doesn't seem like it'll be resolved anytime soon.
Thank God. I stopped it in time.
No. Anyway.
Vanquish is a cover-based shooter that's not about taking cover. It's there, but it's only when you need to take a smoke break. Vanquish's selling point is the Augmented Reaction Suit, or ARS. With it, Sam's running speed goes from 0 to Mach 3. Dodging slows down time, letting Sam pick off enemies while bullets slowly whiz by. Gun's not good enough for you? How about a rocket-powered dropkick to the face? The ARS is a weaponized glass cannon, incredibly powerful but easy to break. Boosting, slow-mo, and melee deplete the suit's energy. If it runs out, it takes about 5 seconds to recharge. This is fine if there's cover nearby, but it's a problem if it happens in the middle of a firefight. Vanquish might be a shooter, but in the spirit of other Platinum titles, it rewards those who play smart and punishes those who play sloppy.
Not even scratched. You did get some training in this thing, right?
The campaign sees Sam and the Marines fight through the Providence while turning hundreds of robots into scrap metal. It's a non-stop bullet festival broken up by slow-walking exposition dumps. The combat plays like a third-person shooter with some nose candy in its nostrils. You don't spend shootouts hiding behind walls, you spend them zipping around, killing enemies as fast as possible.
Not what I was after, but it'll do.
Sam can carry 3 weapons and has 2 throwables, grenades and EMP emitters. The arsenal includes the expected assault rifle, shotgun, and sniper rifle, plus more outlandish weapons like a buzzsaw gun and a laser cannon. Vanquish features a unique upgrade system. Upgrading weapons is done by collecting upgrade chips or by collecting the same gun when it's at max ammo. The latter allows you to stack the same gun until you unlock the next tier. To say this is addicting is underselling it. The upgrade system encourages you to hold on to the guns you love and experiment with others to see if they fit your playstyle. Almost everywhere you go, there are guns. You find them in crates, lockers, and even by reviving allies, so bullets are never in short supply.
I think I'm gonna need a bigger gun.
Upgrading comes with a catch. If you die, all weapons in your inventory lose an upgrade tier, meaning you must reacquire said upgrade. If this doesn't encourage you to play well, I don't know what does.
I liked you better when I thought you were dead.
I liked you better when I didn't have to hear your shit.
The weapons themselves vary in quality. I think the starting assault rifle is the best weapon in the game. It's got good range, damage, and a sizable clip. The shotgun is devastating at close range, and the heavy machine gun is handy for delivering extra punishment. Special mention needs to be given to the disc launcher, a gun that's basically the metal blade from Mega Man 2. Not only does its saw blades dismember enemies, but its melee attack lets Sam slice and dice robots. The rest of the arsenal feels more situational. The laser cannon is powerful, but it quickly drains the ARS. The LFE I only used during this underground part and never used again.
I'm sure our robot friend will be happy to see me again.
Do you like robots? Because there's a ton of them. There are the Georgie units, which function as grunts, as well as sniper and rocket launcher wielding variants. Romanovs act as heavy weapons units and take a lot of punishment. Then there are the various mini-boss and boss robots. This being a Japanese game, a lot of these robots transform into other robots. Take for instance the spider-like walker that transforms into a 10-story mech towards second phase. Or how about these bionicle looking guys that transform into aggressive robo-panthers. Almost every enemy and boss have a one-hit kill. If you shoot off a Georgie's legs, you'll trigger its suicide function where it frantically crawls after you before exploding. The bigger robots tend to come equipped with a chest laser that vaporizes anything in its path.
I don't have time for this.
It's easy to feel overwhelmed by all the chaos unfolding around you, and you can get so distracted trying to take out one bad guy that another gets you with its special attack. This is a game where even the lowly grunts will screw you over. Playing smart and being resourceful is important. For example, there's always a sound cue indicating when a special attack is about to be unleashed. If you snipe a Georgie piloting a walker, you can hijack said vehicle and use it to whittle away the opposing force. Need to take out multiple bad guys at once? Try throwing a grenade or EMP emitter, leap into slow-mo, and fire a well-placed bullet into it. These are just a few ways to get creative in Vanquish. Also, don't forget to smoke. It may be bad for you, but here, it's a useful tactic.
You're not allowed to smoke on the ship.
Back when I started the channel, I intended to review Vanquish for one of my first videos. It didn't happen due to time constraints, and I'm glad I didn't because when I first played it, I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I didn't play the game the way it was intended. I died a lot and made the unfortunate mistake of ditching the assault rifle thinking it was a crappy gun.
A dead man's last cigar. Take your time.
I'm glad I didn't make that video as 1, people would have crucified me in the comments, and 2, this is a kick-ass game. Vanquish feels like a spiritual successor to classic run-and-gun games like Contra. It's you, an army of baddies, and an endless supply of bullets to shoot. Its old-school mentality extends to the score system, which awards points for killing robots and deducts points anytime you die.
That was easier than expected.
That big piece of work won't be.
Vanquish's gameplay is stellar, but it stumbles in its pacing. The opening hour is bogged down with lengthy cutscenes and exposition dumps. For such a coked up shooter, it takes its time to get to the insanity.
This the toy you've been working on? Not even scratched. You did get some training in this thing, right?
You have allies, but that's about as helpful as they get. Also, this game wins the award for easiest stealth section ever. You ride the world's slowest monorail and need to shoot out spotlights. Because you're on the world's slowest monorail, there's no sense of urgency as you have ample time to take them out. Vanquish only lasts 5 to 6 hours, but its lean length means the game doesn't overstay its welcome. There's no multiplayer, but a challenge mode and extra difficulty options give you an incentive to boost back in after the credits have rolled.
I'm getting good at this falling out of transports thing, don't you think?
Vanquish's brown and gray color palette reeks of 2010, but being set in a giant centrifuge gives the Providence character. You'll look up expecting to see a blue sky, but instead see skyscrapers dangling above you. The in-game animations have lots of personality. If you dismember a Romanov with a disc launcher, it'll flail about trying to attack whatever is nearby. There's one enemy that covers itself in junk as a defense mechanism, and it's funny watching this little robot run around as it tries to find more junk. I played Vanquish via the PS4 remaster, and it runs at a buttery smooth 60 FPS, but even the original release on the 360 ran well given the hardware constraints. The voice acting is hammy, but fitting for a ridiculous game like this. And because it was released in 2010, it only makes sense that one of the main characters is voiced by the GOAT, Steve Bloom.
Sorry, Sam. This fight is for the men going home and buying boxes now.
Playing through Vanquish was a welcome surprise. It was a game I thought was okay when it's the opposite. It's a damn good game and one of the 7th generation's hidden gems.
Not gonna live that one down.
I'm surprised PlatinumGames never tried making another third-person shooter. We sort of got one with that Transformers game, but they've never done another shooter proper. It's a shame because Vanquish shows they're capable of tackling other genres besides hack and slash.
You win, Sam. Now get out of here!
The story is nothing special, but the gameplay is pure adrenaline. Vanquish goes against the norms of the genre to deliver something fresh. By mixing Platinum's over-the-top style with excellent shooter gameplay, you get digital cocaine. The only downside is it makes other third-person shooters look like the Senior Citizens 5K. Trying to play Gears of War will be a pain because now I'll wonder why Marcus Phoenix doesn't have a rocket thruster up his ass, or why Nathan Drake doesn't strike cool poses when shooting. This unfortunate side effect will vary from person to person. Vanquish gets an 8 out of 10.